I'm going to do my best to make sure that what I had visualized probably 7 months back is going to be translated into a content for you. Is it going to be translated into an asset for you? This was me getting a epiphany moment when I was coming back. Now I'm in Chennai. Back then I was in Hyderabad just for a vacation for 7 days, and me and my family, we were coming back from IKEA. Oh, a very wonderful place where you get to buy everything on impulse. Most of the things, like 75% of the things you buy on impulse, been a victim of it, bought so many things on impulse. While I was coming back, I was sitting right beside the driver. I don't drive, I was right beside the driver. It was a taxi, and it was a late night. It was not a late night, it was night. Not late night, it was night, because we were coming from one place all the way, like it was my house where I was staying was all the way like 20 kilometers from that place, so we had to take the bypass and come back. When I was coming back, I was just pondering over the gearbox. Okay, that brings us to the topic. Two criteria to know while designing your online course. I kind of connected Gearbox to an online course that day. Epiphany moment. I was so proud of proud of myself that day. That is what is going to be translated in this video / podcast. That means it. Welcome to this video. This is going to be an interesting video because it's an interesting topic and interesting example. Now, going back to the Gearbox. If you have ever driven a car or a bike which has got a gearbox, you'll understand this very well. If not, go with the flow. I'll do my best. Not try. Try is like relentless. Trim go. Trying is an invitation to 100% failing. I don't know. I will do my best to make sure that you understand what I'm trying to say over here. What I'm saying over here. Not try. Saying over here. That being said, a gearbox. Okay. When you're on the first gear, there is a minimum and a maximum that a gear goes. If you want to understand what gearbox is, this is a minimum of a gear. Okay, there's a minimum of a gear and there's a maximum limit of the gear. For example, minimum criteria of that gear and maximum criteria of that gear. First gear will take you so much. You cannot go 100 speed or 80 speed with first gear. Your car will go nuts on that one. We don't want to do that. Second gear requires a minimum speed. You cannot go all the way from 0 to whatever the capacity of the vehicle is on 6. You cannot just go directly to second gear and start driving the vehicle. The same goes with third one. This is like a minimum speed that's required. Okay, there's a maximum speed that it will go. Fifth gear as well. Minimum speed required, maximum speed it can take up to. The first gear cannot take all the way till 100. The second gear cannot. You can let the car scream and make the vehicle go like that, which is not going to happen because you know the science of it. But this is what the concept is, like the minimum requirement and the maximum limit. Bringing all the way back to your online courses. Your courses has got a minimum requirement and a maximum limit. Now, when you get inside, for example, if you are a part of the Academy of Art and Scientists, the first course that you go through, for example, the core level, okay, it has got a minimum requirement. You need to be having some sort of things and some sort of experiences and great things happen in your life, and you need to initiate, okay, I want to get into entrepreneurship now. That is the minimum requirement. And then there's a maximum limit that single course is going to take you. It cannot let you make the money. It cannot let you go make $1 million tomorrow. It cannot make you go make ₹1 crore tomorrow. It just doesn't have that limit. It's like, it's the first gear, and the first gear has got this much limit to it. It's like a limit. The second gear will take you from where the first gear left you, going to take you to the second. We are not driving on an electric car. Electric car is different, electric bike is different. I'm talking about purely a manual car or a vehicle or a bike or for a tractor or whatever that is, which has got gears. You understand what I'm saying, right? So first one, minimum requirement. In other words, in the vehicle language, what is a minimum RPM? Oh, the bike that I used to have, R15, the monster, the beast I used to call it, because it was the first ever patch landing in India way back. I don't even know when it came. It was like the beast, the first ever batch that came. I happened to sell it due to so many reasons. I'll go buy that bike back again, not now, probably later, but I've got like, I need to have that collection of bikes. Anyways, so that bike was really great with RPMs, like minimum as well as maximum. I used to scream it, let it scream so bad. Probably it would have been bursted if I've let it like go more 2 seconds, but then I learned the lesson while coming back from my case, like how it has got a minimum limit and a minimum requirement and a maximum limit. Why am I saying this? When you are creating an online course, your course is going to have a limit requirement. For example, if you're into stress coach, if you're a stress coach and you want to build people, if you want to help mothers come out of that stress into a great life, okay, if that is like a typical example we're using, so the minimum requirement, they should be stressed. It's a bad thing that I'm saying, but you are going to be successful because they are stressed. That's the reason, that's like the problem you are solving. There's already an existing problem. People don't know how to get good marks in algebra. Okay, there's a problem. So the requirement is they should not be good in what they were doing. So what you do is you hold their hands like it. What you're doing is not is how supposed to be, and from minimum requirement you take them to that limit, level 1, then level 2, basic level of algebra, medium level of algebra, and advanced level of algebra. The third one, the first point was gearbox, the second point was, and you cannot skip and jump gates. If someone is wanting to learn all the way, if someone is really interested in algebra advanced, if they don't know the level 1, they are going to fail in it. They're actually going to fail in it. When I started my workouts in a way, HIIT and stuff like that, I never used to do ab workout, 6-pack ab workout. I never used to do that. How? Why? Because I had weight, I had zero stamina, I had zero core strength. I was just not ready for it. It was an advanced version for me. To get there, I cannot skip all this and do this. I have to go through a process. I have to go through the journey. That was, you cannot skip this. The point number 3, it's a process. Understand this. BMA. What's BMA? Basic level, medium level, and advanced level. Every course, everything, every online course that you create, every program that you create, every idea that you have, even this video, if I have to divide into 3 categories, the basic version of it, the medium version of it, the advanced version of it, I've got the ability to do that. I can leverage it because this may be what you are watching, may be advanced for the people who have just started off the journey. Probably this video is the beginner version of it. If you're into entrepreneurship for like 25 years, this video is like further I know exactly what to say because I've been doing it for years. Based on the people, based on the experience, you can segment it, keep it in different places. That being said, thank you so much for going on the journey with me and making sure that this thought process that I had that day, the idea of connecting Gearbox with the online courses, thank you so much for joining this video and making that idea conceptualize and materialize in the form of this asset that we created, be it podcast, be it video, how you're listening. Thank you so much for making this topic video and a part of your day. I'm going to see you in another exciting video. As always, have a great day.
سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح تنهدى يا